Hi there, boys and girls. I've just been on a fabulous iVenture Club program with these two rascals, Harry and Kathleen, and they are great Loaded 4x4 devotees now because their fantastic volcanic amber D-MAX X-Terrain is fitted up with the Loaded 4x4 suspension and some Toyo tyres as well. So, folks, thank you for coming along today, and I hope you enjoyed your experience in this quite different, steep, rugged, hilly terrain that we've been operating in up at Moondine. How's the suspension been?
Really good. Really good. Nice and smooth. It's like driving a car, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're going over them bumps in the road and anything like that.
So if you remember the suspension that was originally fitted to the vehicle, how would you rate that, or what sort of comment would you offer up on that?
It was okay for city driving.
Yeah.
So for city driving, but when you went off-road, there were limitations with it.
Yeah.
Right.
You could feel the difference.
Right. And can you describe putting our suspension kit into our Loaded 4x4 kit with the Dynamic Tune shockers? How did it transform the ride?
It went more smoother. When you're going over like the bumps in the road, it just
so it just sort of floated
really
over
smoother,
it. Right, right.
Yeah.
And a common comment that's made about stock suspension is it doesn't have a lot of rebound strength. So in other words, if you go over a spoon drain or a pothole or something like that, you get like an aftershock. It just keeps bobbing up and down. So the loaded kit, does it do that?
No.
Right.
Never noticed anything like that.
Right. And corrugations, how's it go on that now?
It's good because we came back across the Granite Woodlands Road.
Yep.
And it just took it really, really smoothly, no
Right.
problem whatsoever.
So on that washboard surface, you hardly noticed anything at all?
No, nothing.
Okay, well that's a great result. And of course today we put it to the test going over all sorts of lumps and bumps. And it's got good suspension stretch now. I saw that today, lots of articulation, so it's got to make it better when you go off-road as well. And just tell us that little story you were saying just before. When you got over to South Australia to have it fitted, and folks, those of you who are listening to this, these two drove across from Perth to Adelaide to get the suspension fitted up. And when they got to Adelaide, they found that their tyres were shot. So what was the story behind that?
Well, we got to Blackwood's Tyrepower.
Yep.
And they lent us a car. And we went down to the Adelaide markets, left the car there with them.
Yep.
And then he rang us up and he says, "Oh, you know that your tyres are
Done.
done."
Yep.
I said, "Oh, no
we
way,
need-
no
we
way."
needed
I
all new
thought, no.
tyres.
But what it was is that we've got all the bull bars and everything and a winch at the front, and nobody told us that we had to have it relined or something like that. So the tyres was like worn out on the outside.
Yep.
So
with all that additional weight, it had changed the steering angle, the suspension angle,
Completely.
and the tyres were destroyed by the time we got it across to South Australia. Wow.
So we was very pleased about it because we could have been anywhere, and you know, it would have been.
We could have been
down.
on the back of the on the middle of the null bar going back and stuck. And he said we wouldn't have made it back to West Australia.
Right. So make a note to oneself, if you're going to add accessories, you need to really consider changing the suspension over and making sure that the wheel alignment's done afterwards.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, very good. And the installation of the suspension handled by Tyrepower back in Blackwood, they did a really good job by the sounds of it.
Oh yeah,
Really good.
no problems
Gives a
whatsoever.
gives a good deal on the tyres as well, didn't they?
Right.
Yeah, they did. They gave us I talked them into a discount on the tyres as well. So,
Excellent. Well, I'm glad to see that we looked after you all around.
Yeah.
Yes.
And thanks for being great customers, and thanks for being good sports today. I've enjoyed your company today.
And also, prior to us going to South Australia, all the emails and stuff we had with the guys that do the 4x4 loaded,
Yep.
Yeah.
that was really on the ball as well.
Steen is a really good operator.
We spoke to Steen himself,
Yep.
and he was very, very helpful and very,
Yeah,
very
he
good.
was asking me what do I tow when I told him, and he sorted us out. with
Yeah,
that.
so and that's typically the case because we want to ascertain that you're getting the right rate of springs, and there's a whole bunch of questions that got to be asked so that you end up with the right carrying capacity. And Steen is an absolute godsend on that. Yeah,
He was, yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for taking the faith in our product, and I'm sure it's going to give you a great long life. And I wish you all the success with your future four-wheel drive travels.
Thank
you very much.
Thanks very much.
Our pleasure.